your cars or any kind of vehicle, you'd be out of your mind not to own one of these.
Hello everyone. Whoa, welcome to the stream. I honestly had no idea how it was gonna sound. It's kind of in there. Hey, little snail guy. I like him. I like him a lot. I tested positive for COVID this morning. So, I came back with pirate treasure from the Caribbean. I've been quad vaccinated, man, and I wore masks like a lot. So, I still got. Maybe a false positive, I don't know, because it kind of just feels like a head cold to me. But so it's not so bad, really. It's so far, but I have taken a lot of pseudoephedrine. I can kind of feel some head pressure, but accordingly, that does in fact mean that my senses are quite dulled right now. Senses are all scattered. So I'm gonna try to play Hi-Fi Rush, but if I'm just dropping things, we're gonna downgrade the intensity to a really cozy JRPG that I've been playing. I'm really enjoying Breath of Fire, Capcom's 16-bit RPG, oddly published by Square back in the day, Squaresoft. But the music is really good. There's some like a Mega Man caliber bangers in there. And the pixel animation is really good. So there's a lot of quality to that game. It's also kind of weird. It's kind of weird and funny. Operation Rude Boy, thank you for the sub. Yeah, I always really liked Breath of Fire. I never played 2, 3, or 4, or Dragon Quarter, like any of them. I only played 1. And I was meant to like play the other ones. Ryder, thank you very much for the sub. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, that was... I need to hook up my 808. Like an actual 808. Steph got me a mini replica, but it's still a synthesizer. So I need to like... look up some YouTube tutorials. God. Imagine having the power of an 808 at your fingertips. I literally do. I just haven't plugged it in because I don't know how. But I will. The cat's name is 808, in case that wasn't obvious.
I bet if you could talk, you'd say I looked pretty cool back there.
She makes 808 sounds. It's the best.
Wonder if Peppermint's doing the I'm being nice to you but secretly pissed at you thing.
For being such a fan of JRPGs, I've got huge gaps in my experience. It's because they're all so time consuming. and I wouldn't say that oh, I should have spent money. Oh well, too late. I don't know that most JRPGs necessarily justify their runtime, even if the looping aspects of encounters are really cozy. Like Breath of Fire, for example, the encounter rate is far too high. You can use items to turn off encounters for a bit, so you just have to keep like chain eating those if you're wandering around dungeons. But
R&D branch is deep below the island.
You know,
magma as a natural power.
That mattered back in the day when you needed the.
Not good.
Actually, it is. Being
Needed the runtime.
lets us potentially avoid security. Plus, the lava is actually a natural and environmentally friendly source of energy.
Okay, sure. Anyway, who's this guy?
I still think it's also valid.
Zonzo.
It's valid to like do mindless, repetitive, random encounters in the same way that it's valid to shoot like waves and waves of dudes in Destiny. I still feel like just the act of looping the music, going into a battle theme, and
But that hair.
coming back out.
His ideas
Still a fun loop,
so he modded himself
even
to
if it's
directly input his
0
concepts into
IQ.
the work pipeline. Anyway, we sneak in, hack his computer, download and destroy Spectra, and get out.
Hey, that was me! Finished Megami Tensei 1 last night. Final dungeon was absurdly, stupidly difficult. Did you have to like write out your own maps?
Yeah, I think I found
You realize you're in deep gamer territory when you gotta like break out a pad and a pen and start scribbling out a map. God, I love the like, it's just a real solid grungy guitar sound. I guess this shit is kind of connected to Breath of Fire a little bit. I was thinking about it playing the Mega Man X games, but there's a particular synth on the Super Nintendo, like it was the intersection of the Super Nintendo sound hardware and then Soundgarden. So you got games like Maximum Carnage and Mega Man X that have this like dirty grungy guitar synth. Kind of like, it's like Sega's bass. Like it just doesn't sound like anything else. Buttons.
I probably don't need to tell you this, but don't step in the lava.
Ugh, give me some credit here.
Uniracers, I remember, had a pretty awesome like heavy guitar synth. Final Fantasy VI has some songs that have some like real grungy like metal guitars.
We're on the lookout.
Because Uematsu was losing his mind.
Human. Messy hair. No need to panic. But if encountered, please run away and contact security.
Hey King Egg, thanks for the sub. Lost my streak because I didn't resub in time. I don't, you know what, streaks, who cares? Total months, that's the only number that matters. And 28 is a very big number, thank you. Yeah, your own maps. The encounters could just randomly flatten your party if you got bad rolls. Enemies that permanently de-level you? Oh boy. It's for the real gamers, huh?
Hey, you!
Is Borderlands the first of its kind with this animation style? Huh. Cell shaded is what it used to be called. And Wind Waker was the first high profile game I can think of. I think there was like a car game. Wind Waker was a pretty big deal because everybody thought it was going to look like the tech demo that they showed. Ooh, yeah. Give me them points, baby. Yeah, 2002 was the Japanese release for Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I don't know that before that. I do remember seeing like cell shaders. There was also 13. It was a pretty high profile one, but I think Wind Waker was before that. Yeah, 2003 for 13, so pretty close. Jet Set Radio? That was 2000. Yeah. Okay. I can't think of anything before that. Mega Man Legends. Huh. Yeah. According to Google, the first cel-shaded game was called ZPC from 1996. All right. There you go. Got it.
Check this out. Looking at gameplay for it, it's like cel-shaded Sin City meets Doom. Huh. Wait a second. Got some Dead Space chat? What's going on there? Let's see here. You felt the game was too dark or lacked light sources. I'm wondering why the fuck they did that, because it makes the game look worse. Can't see anything for no good reason. It's funny, because in playing the remake, I was like, man, this game is really making me think about Doom 3. And that was I know that, like,
Certainly made my philosophies about Doom 3 pretty known. So yeah, there were a lot of areas that were just like pitch black. And then the gun has the flashlight on it. And I took some hits, and it was scary. I didn't remember specifically how well lit the original Dead Space was, because I haven't played it in a long time. But I'm pretty on board with that, but I feel like I also have a really high tolerance for games putting me at a disadvantage for the sake of
rock formations.
like creating an experience that may not necessarily be fair. I can tolerate games being unfair a lot, which is weird to me because I hate that shit, feeling that way in multiplayer. What's up, Dirty Rainbows? Thank you for the sub. I don't feel too bad. I've been medicated up. Ragna, thank you for the sub. Oh, okay, OG Dead Space is pretty well lit. The scare is AI constantly flaking UV events. Yeah, that was when I'm thinking back. Yes, the new Dead Space does seem quite a bit darker, which is to say that there are areas that are pitch black, like areas and corners that don't have like global lights on them. So yeah, but I kind of like that. I'm a fan of that. Most people aren't. Most people don't like any part of the game not being visible, even if you have a flashlight or something. So, I'm a fan. I'm honestly a fan of like very dimly lit games. I like the atmosphere. I like the danger of it. It's weird because I remember playing this like mod for Half-Life that was kind of like a spooky map. And at the beginning, the mod itself had like very specific lighting instructions, and they were like, you weren't meant to see everything. Turn this shit all the way down. Like, this is what you need to be able to see. And I tried it, and I was like, fuck me, this is dark. But once I kind of let my brain relax and like kind of navigated by more like sonar, I guess. Trusting that the lights are where they need to be. And being okay not seeing everything, I guess. Or being okay fumbling around in the dark a little bit.
It's too hot. I can't do it. We aren't even programmed to feel the heat. Fix the generator. But I'm tired.
I always had it in my head that the lights coming off Isaac's helmet is what kept the game somewhat lit. You're seeing shit through an engineering suit. Why wouldn't have some low light functionality in space? It's weird. That's true. Yeah. It's a reasonable expectation for the universe. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, also, like, I think that might be part of it. I think games in the Gen 7 era were just generally very bright because they didn't know what kind of TV you were playing on. They didn't even know if you were playing in HD. So you could be on, like, some shitty 480p dim CRT across the room. You still had to see everything. Feels like now there's a little more expectation and control over, like, brightness settings and what the experience the end user is likely to have, I guess. Use an overcharged battery to gain 2 reverb gauges. Overcharged battery won't disappear after a battle, but it will end at a stage. So don't forget to use it. All right. All right. Oops.
Not much but rocks down here. But sometimes, you gotta break the tension.
Oh, Dead Space is kind of sacred to me in some way. Such a fucking good game, and I feel like the remake takes some of the magic away. Huh. Like making Isaac talk. Yeah, I talked about that a little bit. Now that's something that I am honestly more a fan of him not talking. I thought they did so much amazing character work with Isaac Clarke in Dead Space 1. With his body language and his grunts and the way he reacts to things. I thought it was just like a really cool, like very cool everyman character that you really rooted for because he's always getting bashed around. It's like a John McClane sort of thing, and later I guess a Nathan Drake sort of deal. When you have like a charming, or at least like a hardworking protagonist, Strong back. And then you just like batter them around. Just beat the shit out of them. And you can't help but be like, oh, little guy.
Missing this great view.
Oh, little dude, trying so hard.
Air conditioning. Thanks, though.
Yeah, because there was a lot of like, for me, it was like big Samus Aran energy. But not quite as like Samus stands always like feet wide, chest out, ready for action, confident. Isaac Clarke was like just a working dude trying to fucking get through an eldritch nightmare, and I think that conveyed really well through his like his wounded posture and all of his like grunts and stuff. It's like I prefer that so much more to just like dialogue that tries to ram it home with words, literal words. I think maybe Link is more the beleaguered protagonist. Gets ground up. But still, it was cool to have like a new video game character that was like in that style. Shit. Damn. Yeah, Isaac Clarke was an engineer having to work overtime without pay. Yeah. That was another thing that I was kind of reminded of playing the remake, is that all of the like mission objectives you have are engineering things. You're constantly like fixing murderous machines and pulling alien gunk out of computers to make them work. So you're going around like doing your job the whole game. All the alien murder is just kind of incidental, but you're just getting shit done, man. And I thought also like super cool like character traits that are just kind of exposed there. Yeah, Isaac Clarke's the everyman. I mean, I don't think they got rid of that by giving him more dialogue in Dead Space 2. It was a different flavor, but it wasn't bad. I thought they still hit those notes pretty well. Jesus. Oh.
Need help?
What? Ugh, Jesus. I don't know, my brain might be too slow for this right now. Oish. I'm not dead. I never remember the air combo that I bought. Just all X's, and then what was the other one? X, Y, Y, Y. Okay. It's kind of hard to nail that timing. Yeah, bruh. Tested positive for the coves this morning. Yeah, he has more action protagonist lines in Dead Space 2 for sure. But I thought he delivered them well. It's a lot of just like, I mean, it's all in the performance, which was technically the case in DS1. You know, just kind of like an archetype of a character. And in Dead Space 2, that archetype had archetypal lines. But they were delivered well. I thought. There's some lines that just like, remember when he like straps up to do the fucking like rocket jump across the center, dodging shit. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. he moved on from the everyman. Oh yeah, a little bit. It's kind of hard to keep that. Again, it's kind of like a John McClane problem. You have to believe that he can die while you're doing like increasingly complicated and like you're trying to top yourself with the spectacle, but also keep things in this like believable gap where you don't lose everyman status. Like they don't become James Bond where they're just immune to damage, or Nathan Drake really. Like. Dead Space, he was everyman. In Dead Space 2, he was everyman with PTSD. You know, it kind of reminded me a bit of the, like Alien to Aliens. Like Ripley's an every person, an every worker. Yeah, he had space dementia. Keep thinking about that line from Armageddon. Okay, I gotta hear it now. Hold on a second. Let's... Oh wait, no, this isn't a Gaben original. Ugh. I can click on it, I swear.
This is insane.
You lost your mind?
He's got space dementia.
Yep. Well chronicled condition, space dementia. Poor Isaac.
Shaking.
Yeah, I mean, like there were some screen time devoted to kind of showing that Ripley was carrying trauma from the events of Alien. But by the end of Aliens, she's like strapped up in action hero mode, still doing believable things, but not just a normal person anymore. It's clearly risen and evolved.
Usually that's implied when talking about magma.
Communication is important to a working relationship.
Well, next time, communicate to me when you're gonna mess up my plans again.
It is a fair request. Blech. Ugh. Isaac is just a male version of Ripley. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Be back and forth. Right person, wrong place. Even has a shitty third stomach where he dies.
This volcano is deemed perfect.
It's time for Dead Space Resurrection.
The R&D investigation team.
Imagine how dark that would be. Watch Naked Gun and Top Secret for the first time last night? Hell yeah. Top Secret rules. I think it actually might be my favorite. Like, I really like Police Squad, but Naked Gun, it's funny, and there's some really good bits in it, but it does seem like they went a little lower brow for the films. And I like kind of more the innocent and just like wholesome punch of Top Secret. It doesn't have a ton of farts, really. I need to watch Naked Gun 2 again. Airplane's pretty good. Like, Airplane is pretty lowbrow, but also still has some really banger jokes. Himbo Val Kilmer? Hell yeah.
You got a weird one.
Have you seen Real Science? Speaking of Himbo Val Kilmer. A real genius. I was like, something's not right about that. It took me that long. To be like, wait a minute. Not the movie. It's Weird Science. A real genius.
Come on.
Anyway. It's good.
Go get him, Sky.
Jesus.
Let's go.
Man. I don't know why, but my brain just goes completely empty with the other combos. I just can't remember them. X, Y, 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 X, X. That one I remember. I think this is the one I keep forgetting for some reason. No, I did that one a fair amount. This one I didn't do at all. Y, X, Y. Okay. And then Y, Y, X, X. Tiptoes. Oh no. I've only seen the trailer for Tiptoes. Did it open your heart and warm your soul? This summer, prepare to fall in love. This heart may be small, but it's filled with love. Hey, you're sick too? I can treat. Nice. If we're both sick at the same time, that means it'll take half as long. Oh, got a lot of arrows. All these arrows. 1 arrow or 10 arrows. Love me some video game tropes. Excuse me. Ooh, she thick. Thank you for the sub. Oh, yes, we're min-maxing recovery here. It's just what gamers do. Speaking of, oh, Saracen's Lament. Thank you for the resub. I was about to say, speaking of gamer actions, I gotta run to the restroom real quick, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yes, Gweepies, every time. I keep an eye on the watcher list. That's why I'm so distracted when I stream. Because I want to make sure that the second you pop in there, I get out of here.
Of course not.
But you tricked me. You've tricked me because now I'm here.
Everywhere.
It didn't.
Make it easy to understand route.
Gotta
My streak
question everything.
shattered.
Programmers. That's why you got transferred.
Oh, gonna need an ability. Hey, what are you making that face for? Huh? I'm the one who's been wronged here. Me. Me now. Rad. YXX. Okay, that is one. YXX. But that's the only one that starts with Y so far. Okay. Hey, Iceman. Howdy, howdy. Things are pretty chill today.
Sure, Peppermint! Peppermint, come on!
Come on!
Oh, yeah. Because I was waiting for a video to finish editing. I spent the morning dicking around with Apple TV to see if I could get it to play Fantasian. I did figure out a couple things about how to get it to capture properly, so that's good. But turns out the specific generation I have of Apple TV is the last generation that does not support Apple Arcade, so that's okay. I just bought like another $40 Gen 4 one because I thought Fantasian would be a pretty perfect I'm sick game. Damn. Shit.
Let's go!
Just refusing to buy Apple products. Yeah, it's only like $40. That's not the worst, right? I'm not the biggest fan of Apple, but I can pay $40 for my Lord and Savior Sakaguchi. Ugh.
Don't get us, guys.
Wait, newest Apple TV update. You can't accept the terms and conditions without an iOS or iPad OS device. So wait a minute. If I don't have... Well, that's only for the newest one? Like you legitimately, it's bricked unless you have another Apple device? Okay, well hopefully, all I want is a dumb thing that plays Fantasian. Actually, Steph has an iPad that I could just like pair a controller to it and maybe just do a video out from that. Oh yeah, Wody, you're sick and playing Hi-Fi Rush 2, huh? Again, okay, so we got another one in the pool. We'll now all be just 1/3 as sick. It's another big thing recently. Man, fuck Apple, dude. Jesus Christ. I guess people make the decision. Whatever. They use their brains and they say, I'm okay with this. They pay their money. Here I am wondering if I should put a different OS on my Android TV thing because it's serving me ads now. They did finally update the Twitch app though, so I'm not as pissed off.
3, 2, 1, go!
Cool. Yep. I got the Rona, I think. I took a rapid test and it had a positive result this morning. So I haven't done like a full test, but I figure if I'm getting positives on, or I got a positive on a rapid result, that's kind of it, right? It could be a false positive and I could just have a normal cold. I don't know.
Terrible, Chai.
Good one.
Get in there.
Good one, love it.
Since you continue to avoid my email, Sanzo, I'm making this public. No more budget approvals until this defect fiasco is done with. Full stop.
You dare interrupt my creative process, Roper? The gears are turning in my mind with passion.
I don't care about passion. I care about profits.
Ha! Spoken like a true money man.
Enough! Just help security with their orders.
Upper management doesn't seem to get along.
When do they
Do they ever? Yeah. Oh, Jinx. Jinx did. Oh, you. At the school my wife works at, there's 10 teachers out with the Rona. Woo. Man, well, I did just go on a cruise. I wore a mask on the plane both ways and in the cabs and stuff, but yeah, for sure picked up some dirty stuff. The cardboard standee is hiding it. Yeah, the JoJo boss. Told you can't just be licking unattended cups at a cruise. But there's so much free beverage. It's everywhere. How am I expected to not slurp all of these liquids? Expect me to get dehydrated out in the ocean? You know that's salt water, right?
Another one. Pretty awesome. Who's making all these?
Started a Megami Tensei 2 and thank God it's not another make your own maps game. Yeah? Oh, there's like an overhead, there's an in-game map or an overhead view? What insights have you gained about the Mega 10 universe from playing Megami Tensei 1? Reminds me a little bit of Recore, in that Recore was kind of trying to do something a little bit like this. Is it true that anime is mainstream? Excellent question. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, it is. There's like anime merch in Walmart. They show Dragon Ball Super in like theaters. Capturing demons and fusing them is fun and enjoyable. That's the only feature of the game. Everything else was very basic. Yeah. Part of me misses a day when, like, games...
Get those security tests done! Now!
games were just kind of released, I guess. They had a feature,
To Lab 44.
so they shipped it.
Access to AI labs restricted until testing complete.
Wait, I need to get to those AI labs.
I just told you.
Oh, that reminds me.
Access until testing.
I think I want to figure out a way to stream the Simple 2000 series.
I don't know. Do I look like I work here?
I found a
Yes, actually.
like they're all backed up on like archive.org.
Run up to
Or there's like a ROM website that has them.
Explain to them.
How sick would it be to load up the entire Simple 2000 series on a hard drive and play through them all? I don't know if they're all compatible with HD Loader. Actually, I should look that up. I guess I could also just go to Steam and play like every $2 $2 prototype on there. Zanzo plushies? Thought I saw those. My self-therapy AI is telling me to stay positive. Lucille.
I can see the entrance to the AI labs right behind you. Can't you, sneak me in?
What's in it for me?
Knowing you did this guy here a huge solid.
For me, that's unquantifiable. Therefore, no.
Chai, those models are known to be stubborn. I don't think she's gonna give.
Thanks for being no help.
You're welcome. If you need any more assistance, please feel free to ask.
So, you're just sitting around here all day? For what?
I greet and guide. I'm friendly.
That's debatable.
No, it isn't.
Well, I didn't even get a...
Oh,
I acknowledged your
barely got to the mute switch before I started coughing.
day and age. That's as good as you're gonna get.
I'm fully in the like, coughs are bad because it makes my head explode. There's like a lot of pressure in my noggin right now. As long as I don't do anything, if I don't move, if I don't cough, I almost feel fine.
Noticed you have the old Vandalay logo on you. Must have been here a while.
Yeah, I'm BK.
Should I know what that means?
Sigh. Before Kale. Before everything changed around here. Back when we were responsible developers.
Ooh.
Meaning...
Clearly me hinting at my disappointment in the current management isn't clear enough for you.
Well, you can at least pretend to be happy.
That's admitting defeat. I'll just keep hating this job until then.
That's admitting defeat. Good talk. It's got to be lined up, right? It has to be. Or will the camera not let you do it? Damn it. Shoutouts to Shoutouts to cardboard cutouts that you can stick your face through in video games. I love that shit.
Why are you upset? We are supposed to sneak in.
I just thought I was, safe.
So humble. I'm sure your fans are all in Lab 44, so why not head there?
It's kind of worth it to break stuff. I never really looked at like how much revenue gears content creators and how much revenue it actually generated. Revenue, god damn it. Brain. Doesn't matter. None of this matters. Seems like a good investment. I'm trying to like really get my game down. It seems like it's break their shield, break their stun, get them in the air, and then like hit the big combos. And what it seems like is if you're targeting score, it's like you have combos that do like one of a few things. There's like launchers, there's like finishers. So I guess the idea is you kind of chain these together into blocks of combos that you can safely execute. And then just dodging out and kind of... I'm gonna guess this game doesn't have any kind of like... whatever the Bayonetta thing was, where you can kind of extend a combo through a dodge. Any games in the Simple series, but EDF 1 and 2 and Onichambra 1 and 2. Yeah, I mean, there were like... Yeah, dodge offset, that's the one. In the Simple 2000 series, I don't know. I'm just kind of curious for like... I feel like there's some unexpected treasures to be had if you can catch Japanese developers just doing whatever the fuck. Just doing stuff and throwing it on a disc and shipping it. So I'm hoping that there's some crunchy like horror games or something. Weird interfaces. Games that aren't even games, maybe? Okay, who knows? And like not even be able to read it or translate it. Yeah, there might be gold in them hills, exactly. Now, I imagine that the games that were converted into full games like Onichanbra and EDF, that's probably the actual gold, because it went on to like be a full game. So if the other ones didn't do that, you know, there's a conclusion you can draw from that. Stay hydrated. Oh, okay, an extra life. One more life. Hey-oh!
Design and prototype constructed to spec.
John, looks like a volunteer has entered the lab.
Oh, about time. Test volunteer, please enter the chamber. With haste!
Yeah, Noble, the soundtrack is quite good. Featuring a mix of both like some pretty classy licensed tracks and then internally produced.
Why do I get the impossible tasks? Toughening up the Saber units? That'll happen. Well, at least watching it fail is enjoyable.
Punch to face test. God. Even the sound effects are very like Western cartoon. That boyoyoing.
Zanzo isn't letting me go home until I fix this bug causing the barriers to deliver. But I shouldn't be complaining. At least I'm not getting shot at to test my results.
They can't turn their shields off, so they can't wash their hands. Punch and face test. What if I want that item, though? Oh, there's stairs. There's stairs right here that I never went up. It's just right over here. You just walk over and get it. That's it. Boink.
Oh, you must be the test subject Mr. Zanzo mentioned. Please proceed. And don't worry, all insurance paperwork will be handled after the tests.
That sounds like the normal time for it. Man. Computer monitors aren't square. Which genre is this level? I don't know. Just kind of sounds like rock. Rock music.
Why is the image scrambled?
Something's overriding our cameras to 40p. It's unviewable.
Ah, just get this over with.
Unviewable trash.
Oh, great.
Just call me in. I can help.
No, wait. I got an idea.
Hey, it's been a while, but Chai's back with something new.
Oh, here we go. Finally.
Exactly.
If you parry exactly at the time of an enemy's attack, you can knock the energy back at him.
Stay on beat, and I don't need to run.
You said it best. How about we give it a try? Look at this little guy. Don't worry. He'll tell you how many times he's gonna hit you. First we'll see and hear the timing. Then it's your turn to parry it back.
Jeez.
Here's how it should go.
Good lord.
Now
So much feedback. Oh, it's B. Alright.
remember to parry during the attack phase after the timing circle appears. My man! It only gets harder from here, so stay on your feet. Alright, how about we get back to it?
He was shooting little like foam darts. That was really cute.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Watch this.
I'm not sure that I really got that timing, to be honest.
Accuracy test initialized.
Oh.
It exploded.
Okay. That's what that meter means.
I added it in. Failure was so embarrassing it self-destructs. Try again.
You okay?
Getting the hang of this.
My accuracy code is flawless.
Man, we got a little like Space Channel 5 creeping in here. They're gonna give you like jazzy rhythms that you gotta tap back. I thought it was just gonna be like a flash respond kind of thing, not that there'd be like a measure of beats. So do you have to stand still while you're... Oh, they're back. You have to stand still while that's happening? That's a long time to just sit there and like wait for your measure to come up.
Another day, another mess that needs to be cleaned up. The cost of progress, it looks like. This is gonna be bad for morale. Can't see anybody liking this.
Oh yeah, Teton, I agree.
But I need to take
I'm a big fan of like
we need bigger disposals.
game series that iterate on concepts and kind of bolt on new features and ideas as they go.
Can almost see.
Even though Assassin's Creed has moved through phases that I don't super like, I think it's super cool the way that idea and properties kind of changed over time. That's what was a bit disappointing about Far Cry, is like after 3 it just kind of converged on a thing. And then it was like, okay, this is the snowy version of 3. And here's the like Middle America version of 3. I guess it was kind of cool that theoretically they were exploring different ideas, but then the stories just kind of didn't go anywhere. Regular enemies have a normal parry? Okay. That's what I thought, that flash indicator.
Locked down. It's a hack. So unhack it.
Peppermint? Is that you?
For once, I'm not hacking anything.
Yeah, speak for yourself. I'm always hacking. Yeah, Blood Dragon was good, but it was the same game, and then it continued to be the same game, which is fine. I also think there's a time and a place for more of the same game. I kind of wish that there were like 3 more Left 4 Deads that just had new maps and campaigns. New maps, new campaigns, new characters. I'm actually... Back 4 Blood's progression system is a little thick,
They tell you I would handle
but I really like what they did. They basically made a framework of a co-op zombie shooter you can play forever.
turn after finishing the second test.
I was always really curious to see what high-level Back 4 Blood gameplay was like,
Zonzo
but
catches us downing anything other than his energy drink. He goes ballistic.
I feel like
I'm not about to get yelled at on my one breaking loop.
having like a team where everybody's spec'd out to a role and everybody kind of surgically plays their role.
Oh, wow. It's finally
Super cool.
my time to shine.
I wonder what they had.
Hey, Sweeper. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, Bill. Blood Dragon, I finished it, but I was pretty bored by the end of it, I'm going to be honest. I mean, it had a pretty ridiculous ending.
Oh, hello there, friend. They want me in the training room soon. I'm so excited.
If I were you, I'd find a way out of here.
I level back for Blood as D&D.
But anyway,
Yeah.
it seems like you have a new
It's basically
skill.
like...
Maybe you call it
I feel like it is, because you have to worry about positioning. You have to protect your, like... You have to have your classes that are spec'd out to do the work in front and keep support classes behind, but still doing damage and stuff.
and push your rhythm gauge higher while
I could see it very much being like, yeah, like a real-time strategy game, or maybe like a Dawn of War, like a tactics game, one of those relic RTSs, except you're one of the dudes.
But a parry has very strict timing. You'll really have to press the button on the beat for it to work.
I may need some practice.
If you had a training room in a hideout, that would be a good place to practice. But don't be afraid to fail once in a while.
Oh, that is very uplifting. Thank you. Oh, they have legendary drops now? Unique weapons you only get within the runs? That rocks.
Please,
So it's like Diablo, but
for your pride.
with stakes.
Oh man, they fell for it.
Zwa?
This subject is an idiot.
I see now. Captain, I think I saw you type that in a while ago.
Those were Corsica's design, but no one messes with my experiments. You'll be a nice punching bag for my babies.
Zwa?
Regular enemies won't visualize their attacks, but they can all be parried. Just parry exactly when their attack strikes.
Effective! Blow these up and send more in.
Some attacks hit multiple times. You'll need to parry all of them to succeed.
Okay.
Perfection of design.
Nice, Jai.
I'm actually impressed. Now, I want to see how far this goes.
Pretty sure Valve would have worked with them if they wanted to make Left 4 Dead 3. They just didn't want to, I guess. Maybe? I could see a Left 4 Dead game being out of Valve's consideration. I don't know. Like, you see the card system in Back 4 Blood, and you can almost see that working with Valve's digital economy. But those are directly tied to like performance and progress. So having a secondary market for that would be a little scary. Oh. I'm still convinced Half-Life 3 is coming. Maybe. I don't know that... What? Oh. I don't know that we'll ever get like a full traditional first-person shooter Half-Life. Maybe. Hello, Clutchson. The only way that would happen is if there's some like larger business interest that justifies the game development. Like, so Valve doesn't seem interested in just releasing games and selling games and making money, because they sell other people's games and they make money on that. So they make way more money than they would ever make making their own game by just sitting back and selling everyone else's. And then all they have to do is sort of continue tweaking the machines that run the store. The only reason it would make sense for Valve to make a game is that if it also juices up an entire business sector for them. So if they might put out Artifact or Counter-Strike Go, because all those games have secondary markets that exist theoretically exclusively on Steam. So it's not only selling the game, the people who play it are constantly giving you money for playing it. Because of the secondary market that you're operating. Now, it's uncomfortably close to gambling, but that's a whole other issue. And then, yeah, Alex was theoretically pushing VR. Because if VR gets a wider platform and then more people make and sell VR games, then Valve gets more of a revenue share. So it's in Valve's interest to not only foster the health of the PC platform in general, like they're doing with the Steam Deck, but to also, they only seem to want to make games that invigorate specific markets that can lead to more revenue. So something like Half-Life 3, there's no reason. Like a game with a structure of what Half-Life 3 would be, which is like a 15-hour shooter that you sell for $70 and then never see another cent from. It just doesn't seem like it's anywhere in Valve's ecosystem to care about that. I think Valve will release Alex on PSVR 2. That's not an unreasonable suggestion. Sony and Valve have done deals before.
You should find this hacker and give them your job.
Chai? A private mail...
If Sony's like just cutting them a check for it, then probably. But just in like software sales?
For the first time, I'm
unless it's an easy port, they probably don't have a lot of interest in putting Alex on anything else. Like, why? Unless it's like, it couldn't... This could be part of a larger partnership. That's the only thing that would make sense. If like Valve and Sony teamed up for some kind of VR cooperation. Because Sony is investing more in PC these days too, so... I don't know. Sony's PSVR 2 is kind of confusing to me. I'm glad they're making it. Because the hardware spec looks awesome. But I'm surprised Sony hasn't walked away from VR.
Oh, what? Are you a test subject? It has been quite a while since we've seen anyone in Chamber 3.
Hold on.
Pick it up!
Ooh. Valve is a disaster internally. Its managerial structure is based on popularity and is ridden with a bunch of people that have total job security because they worked on Portal or Half-Life and terrible managerial skills. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable depiction of Valve. But what's the consequence? To me, the consequence is that they don't ship AAA games. But they seem decent, I guess, at
They sent me here to fix
moderating Steam.
It's just so
To the extent that they have tried their hardest to avoid moderating Steam, but it feels like they have a decent and stable setup now. So, They need to get rid of the porn games? You think so? I don't know, I'm kind of okay with it. I feel like it's not really hurting anyone. It's overcrowding the store, theoretically making it harder to discover beautiful indie games. And then as usual, Valve's answer is algorithms.
security lasers here!
Because you keep changing what you want.
Questions, more enemies. Actually, they're not enemies, but they're on.
Hold on a second. What is that right now? Consequences: the games get near completion over and over again and get dropped cold by the people in charge of them because they don't want to deal with the boring part of organizing a release schedule, or the day-to-day gets backed up so much the project just falls apart. Yeah, I mean, so we did our report about Half-Life 3, God, 1 million years ago. I think it must have been like 2016, 2017. And we talked to a couple of Valve employees at the time. And it's interesting that like the same sort of headlines are coming out, because that was basically in our report too, is that Valve is so non-structured that it requires the buy-in of 60, 70 people, maybe more, to really make a full AAA game. And if there's no producer pushing that agenda, and if the business isn't even pushing that agenda, like there's no reason. The only reason Valve would make a game like that is if everyone came to work and decided they wanted to. And sure, groups of that people can do that for a while, but making games is so fucking hard. And what's the, like, God, I can't blame anyone at Valve for going to work and like choosing to not spend that day working on Half-Life 3. Because what's your reward in the end? Is that you release Half-Life 3 and a bunch of freaking dweebs get mad at you about it. Like you work nights and weekends, maybe you have immaculate producers that can schedule everything perfectly, and you have a problem-free launch, but it's just so much work, coordination, timing. You need buy-in from everybody that has to stay there. So you need strong leadership to keep everyone on. And like, I get it. Shit, that's a lot of work. And if you don't need that money to keep the business going, if you don't need that money to keep the money, or if you're getting free money for creating skins for CS:GO, God, who's gonna get up from their desk and be like, I'm tired of like making one skin a week and collecting all this free cash. Now I'm making up that narrative to the extreme, of course. This is all projection from some very small mentions, and again, very long time ago. But it all makes sense to me. That feels like what would happen in an office like that. So, makes sense. And again, the only way it changes is if enough people want to make a game, and then they either do it at Valve or they leave and create their own studio. Which, if you work at Valve, I feel like that's probably what you'd do. Why would you give, if you're the one who's on your own volition going to get a whole team together and get them to like ship a game, why would you immediately give that game to Valve? If you have that ability and you're that good of a producer, you can just get investment and do it on your own, theoretically. Hey, Alpha Ginger, how you doing? Oh, Brother BD, thank you for the sub as well. Oh, thank you, Stone Trippy. I'm not feeling too bad. I'm feeling pretty groovy. I've riding the pseudoephedrine train, which is always helpful. Huh. Oh. When his shield came back, it reset his stun too. That's interesting. At the same time, I would think their economical freedom would help make games. I'm sure it helps start games. Yeah, I'm sure it helps make a lot of prototypes. But I don't know. I think at some point game creation, like the fun part is probably the prototyping phase and like making concept art and getting in a room and talking about all the cool features it'll have and all the neat places you can go. And even the act of creation of all of that can be fun, like my writing the music and sketching it all out and scripting all the levels. But I feel like the part that's no fun, and whoever's been in game dev, correct me if I'm wrong here, but there's no way that the last like 15% is fun. Like that's just all work. Cramming it all in a package, getting it playable from start to finish, smoothing out all the bugs, submitting to all the stores, cropping all the freaking banner and title art all day. There's no way that part's fun. That part is all toil that you, again, do just for the sake of earning your bosses some more money, maybe.
and dealing with a bunch of nerds like me sitting in judgment of it. Oh boy, this is a long fight.
You've done well when focusing. But how about a real throwdown? This is all pretty expensive, Sir Dewey.
I'm not a game dev. I have a friend who worked at Ubisoft Toronto, and from what I understand, you're essentially correct. I mean, I've shipped software before, so I can imagine what the fun part of game development is. Oh, wrong button. Can't see.
Remove those security lasers here! How are we not winning? Because you keep changing what you want. All enemies. Actually, they're not enemies, but they're on our side. Shut in the brutal. We haven't done field testing. This is the test. Here's one of my new ones.
Super tough enemies, huh? Ah. So wait a minute. Easy does it. You're talking about the lack of a manual lock-on, but there is a lock-on, isn't there? Am I thinking about another game? Oops. I thought there was a lock-on. Jesus. Jesus Christ. So, okay. Oh, must have been... What was I thinking about then? I don't know. Oh, I think I was thinking about Forspoken. It does in fact have a lock-on. Right, so when it comes to the twirly dudes, because another dude did a twirly attack, can you just sit inside that and mash counter? Or do you just need to not be next to it?
You've done well when focusing. But how about a real slowdown? This is all pretty expensive.
Okay, if you hit a counter on the beat, it'll keep you safe until the next beat.
No security lasers here! How are we not winning?
Because you keep changing what you want.
Enough questions. More enemies.
A little game developer reference there.
During wartime?
Shut up!
Shit. Jesus.
Send in the brutal.
We haven't done field testing.
This is the test.
I see this as a game of the year contender. Maybe. I feel like I don't know. Maybe Elden Ring got it, I guess. There's plenty of time to be wowed and amazed. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom is this year, theoretically.
Here's one of my new ones, and it's hiding a little secret.
Shit.
Didn't my inner voice tell me about this?
No, I haven't yet.
Go on.
Enraged enemies will pull you into an attack that can only be parried. Look for the timing and parry back for a chance to take them out in one hit.
Oh, okay. This is how they do QTE finishers. Man, again, more Space Channel 5 seeping in here. Very into this. Oh, he's doing it. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Game Bar, for appropriately notifying me.
Earned my respect, whoever you are.
Also, yeah, whoever was asking before, that little doo-doo, that's me getting Microsoft points, which are different than Xbox TM achievement points.
Well, I don't know how, but you survived that.
If this doesn't get me in the lab, I'm quitting.
Yeah. I'm still wondering, who was helping us out with all that hacking back there?
I didn't feel like help. More like someone was just messing with Zonzo.
Wow. Someone survived. Well, my job here is done. I can't even remember how long I've been waiting. Well, at least I can take a break now.
That reminds me, I gotta get going on Project Phantasma. Ooh, we got Punch. We got a cupcake. Now this is a party. This party is off the hook. gonna hide these goodies from me. Damn it. What could it mean? What could it mean? I'm getting some rad chills right now. Like not because of the game, although maybe, but more because of the sickness coursing through my veins. Again, cozy sickness. I'm gonna have to make sure my my meds stay at a good level here. It's gonna get mean. Oh, what's Billy Mitchell up to now? Is he bravely trying to fight back against the horrible slander against his name? Just an honest gamer trying to make a go of it in this crazy world? Oh, Carl Jobst put out a new video. Is Billy Mitchell taking on Carl Jobst now? Well, sorry, Carl. When the king gets you in his sights, he gets what he wants. Maybe don't stick your neck out next time. Maybe don't come for the video game institution known as Billy Mitchell. Mitchell sued him twice in 1 year. Yeah. Icarus flew a little too close to the sun, and that sun is the radiating gamer brilliance of Billy Mitchell, who is very good at Donkey Kong. And he has his barbecue sauce or something.
Subject. Mr. Chai, was it?
Awesome. That's Mr. Chai to you.
That's what I just called you.
Okay then.
I am Zon.
Yeah.
So he poses.
No, head of R&D. Look, dude, I'm not gonna serenade you.
They call you a defect, but I find your enhancements enticing. I must learn more about it.
We've tested enough, don't you think?
I saw your reflexes, but how about your endurance? Let's give it a go, go, go!
Oh my god.
But enough talk. Have at you!
Of course he's a meme lord. Like his creepy little back away. Shit. Huh, interesting. Oh, he's not dead.
A bit quicker than expected, but no matter. How about a brand new Sanzo original? My new Z shielding! That's tempting. Don't even you could put a dent in this.
Oh, okay.
I can't even ding it!
Just as I expected, impervious!
Man, that laugh was quite good. Quality, aggravating villain laugh. Oh, geez.
Head.
It's wild that Billy is married to a living human woman. What do you mean? Women are attracted to power and prestige.
Hi.
If you were a woman and you wanted to bag a gamer, wouldn't you go for the top?
That's what I just called you. Okay then. I am Zon.
Peppermint, come on, let's go.
Damn, man.
Than expected, but no matter. How about a brand new Sanzo original? My new Z shielding! That's pending. Don't even you could put a dent in this.
Just have to wait for it to jump and then parry? I don't think that parrying projectiles does like shield damage. Maybe we have to be closer?
Just as I expected. It's climbing up.
Chai, we need a different approach.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna reason with it.
Oh, we had a good run.
That's pretty good.
Look, man, I think we have more in common than we do apart.
Yeah, I'm playing on very hard. And yeah, it's pretty challenging so far. Oh, it punched him into a different art style. Yeah, that's what we call a failed persuasion check. Yeah, people say this game gets pretty challenging. I'm gonna say that, like, for me at least, the fact that, like, all the timings are locked to a predictable beat really makes it a way more approachable character action experience versus something like Devil May Cry, which is, like, way more freeform. Oh man, this game rocks.
Previously on Hi-Fi Rush.
How about...
I've been looking for you.
Holy crap!
Could it be?
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to frighten you, little guy.
Goggles make you come on strong, sir. Your plans, young man, often seem to fail. Perhaps you lack the leadership qualities you think you have.
That's my buddy Cinnamon, a psych AI. Tells the truth no matter how much it hurts.
This is surprisingly entertaining.
Kai, don't be dead! Macaron, I presume?
Peppermint! Wonderful to finally meet you in person.
The macaron said expressions make me less off-putting.
It's been a while since I've heard a good slide whistle.
Chai, meet Macaron, my man on the inside. Wait, was that you hacking the test labs?
Just my way of showing who's boss.
But he works for Vandalay.
Yeah, used to be the head of R&D under Roxanne Van.
This game does have kind of a Mega Man energy about it.
His crew and now this.
He's Auto, we got Rock Roll.
Disgruntled employee.
But this place is my whole life. I wanted to do something. And I realized I can. From the inside.
I will say, you may have to do more than just pick on Zanzo.
Oh, his little face changes?
I mean,
even in the portrait in the bottom left?
I was thinking of
very
a
good.
non-violent solution.
Against those robots that just tried to kill me?
Oh.
Something big is going down, Macaron. We've got to be proactive.
But fighting isn't my style.
Then why do you have a punching bag?
Sometimes work gets a bit stressful. Knowing who took everything from me.
You mean that guy?
Sonntag!
It's very early 2000s Capcom-y. It really is. The default pose
Made with Z-Shield.
of Chai made me think a lot of Vanessa Schneider from PN03.
I believe it does, sir.
The rocking hips. Not as obviously sexually charged, but still. And also even that game,
Hey, Chai.
it was a bit more contained of an action game. I guess it was half character action, half shoot 'em up, half bullet hell. Weird game. It's just on every monitor.
Hey there, Chai. To be honest, I'm not sure I can be of much help.
What are you talking about? You can literally destroy what's holding us back.
Right, I know, but just give me some time to get used to it. But anyway, look at this. Those chip enhancements Peppermint made for you are pretty awesome.
Already?
Yeah.
Talk like you're number one.
That was one of the Capcom 5 or whatever.
Kind of my job, so
The deal that Capcom and Nintendo came to.
Makes sense.
So I was thinking, why not?
Let's see here. It was Billy Hatcher, product number 3.
If you get what I'm saying. With some extra
Beautiful Joe, Resident Evil 4. And wasn't there one more? A lot of them eventually got ported, but...
So each level will take up another slot.
Oh, Killer 7, yeah.
Chip, you can switch back and forth to lower levels. Now you can customize as much as you'd like.
Oh.
Wow. This is actually pretty cool and useful.
Bait and Kaitos was, wasn't that just Nintendo? That was that was a weird one. Yeah, Monolith and Tricrescendo. Oh, Monolith. They're still on Xenoblade, right? Yeah. Love and support Monolith. Both Monoliths, although what is it, US Monolith? Let's see here. They did, gosh, what are they on right now? They did Gotham City Imposters. It's the last game I remember from them. Hold on a minute. Monolith Productions. Oh, they're making a Wonder Woman game. Oh, that's right. They did the Shadow of War. That's right. That's what they've been on. I never played Bouncer on PS2. I did. It was the first game I played on PS2. I got a PS2. I went to Blockbuster and I rented Fantavision and the Bouncer. And played both for played Fantavision for 20 minutes. Played the Bouncer for an hour. And I was like, well, now I wait, I guess. I'm to wait until Metal Gear Solid 2 comes out, or Final Fantasy X. I didn't do this one at all, I don't think. What? No, I did this one a lot. Okay, this one I didn't do. I played Shadow Hearts. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I did. I played Kodelka. And in both Shadow Hearts, there were 2? Covenant and Shadow Hearts. Shadow Hearts Covenant was legit. Also just like...
Alright,
first,
so fill me in.
Halfway, openly, non-heterosexual character, kind of, in Shadow Hearts Covenant. I remember being like, hey, alright, this is pretty good. Oh, New World. I forgot about that one. I never played that one. You ever tried playing with ray tracing at 360p? You know what? Ray tracing 360p. I have, believe it or not. Doom Eternal has ray tracing, and then there's shaders that click it down to like sub 360p resolution. It's great.
I can't see it ruined like this.
So, you and Peppermint knew each other all along?
Actually, this is the first time we've met.
What? I thought you were collaborating.
In secret. Code names and stuff. Just so there's no risk of getting caught.
But your code names are your actual names. Dude, she could have been a crazy internet
star. You miss Onimusha? They just did the remaster.
I never thought about that. I guess I was just happy
re-release.
Wanted to help.
Well, you got lucky this time, but next time I won't be here to protect you. Okay, I want answers. I dodge volcanoes coming here, and you just waltz right in.
You're gonna call this out?
Waltz? I ran here.
So what you're saying is, you were worried about
Famous Mercenaries?
What? No, it was more general.
Yeah, it's interesting how open world games have shied away from just like gleeful destruction. I guess Just Cause 4 was sort of the last
No, I mean
mega fuck around game. Maybe Far Cry 6.
Good, I was close by.
Oh yeah, easy. That was my assumption too, is that they were re-releasing Onimusha just to see if there was any interest in the property. For all we know, maybe they'll re-release the other two. Re-releases seem to be a pretty steady business. Companies seem very willing to approve them.
Let me guess. The insider you've been talking to this whole time is Macaron.
So you can put the pieces together.
Why wouldn't you just...
Macaron.
You never listening to me? You telling the entire company heads our plans?
Those...
Yeah, Capcom's busy
Well, I
grinding on Dragon's Dogma 2. Man, maybe Dragon's Dogma should be my COVID game. I say that like this stretch is going to be anything different than my normal life. Probably be streaming and working as usual. I'll just be sick while doing it. Bathroom break. I'm trying to hydrate a lot, so I'm going to be getting up quite a bit. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Looks like we got some more information here about the Billy Mitchell debacle. Billy Mitchell used modified hardware to get his Donkey Kong scores in King of Kong and the Mortgage Broker Convention where he beat his score. Pictures of the machine that's modified to make the game easier. It's undeniable he cheated and got people to lie on sworn statements. I think what's undeniable is that somebody's trying to set Billy Mitchell up. That's the only thing that makes sense in this situation. If you just apply some logic to this, if you just apply some logic, you'll understand. So we have to get to the bottom of this conspiracy to defraud a gaming legend.
Honestly, I don't even know where to begin with you, psych robot? For what?
Sir Macaron programmed me to analyze his creation since his exile from...
Imagine if somebody...
But my analysis leads me...
Imagine if it came out that Ninja cheated at Fortnite all those times he won Fortnite.
I think he'd be more popular around here.
Sir Macaron...
What a scandal.
non-confrontational, and what I would categorize as a worrywart.
I think it's one of those things where even in the interest of preserving gamer culture, it's our job to make sure that justice is served and that Billy Mitchell's status as champion gamer is solidified into gamer history. Are we going to let these hoodlums rewrite our culture?
So I gotta ask, cinnamon, what does it stand for?
Oh, Mr. Chai, isn't it obvious?
Of course it is. I just want to confirm it with you.
I can see you truly have no idea. How sad. So Macaron designed me as a consciousness review allocation personnel. Hence, cinnamon.
But that doesn't... Actually, it even...
No need to dwell on names. Unfortunately, not all of us can have a very common and usual name like you, Mr. Chai.
This game is funny. It's like finding out your favorite sports athletes were using steroids. I suppose. I would say it's more like finding out your favorite sports athletes were secretly injected with steroids while they were praying to God. Gamer God. Who does God pray to? Who does Billy Mitchell pray to? Himself? Maybe he doesn't need to pray. Because he has truth and justice on his side. Probably not anime, though. Billy Mitchell doesn't strike me as an anime man. He's either not an anime man or he's the most anime man. There's no way he's like a casual enjoyer. But he's not a casual anything. Damn, do I want to play another stage? I kind of do, but also my brain is fried and getting frieder. Oh. Thinking about this. I'm honestly like kind of similar post to Chai right now. If only you could see. But just believe it's like this. Arms behind my head. I'm just thinking. Yeah, let's shift it up a little bit. I'm gonna play a real cozy game, I think. Let's see how this goes. I still got Lost Odyssey too. Man, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but let's get to some real zero IQ gaming. Also, I'm stuck. So, somebody in chat's gonna have to tell me what to do. That's the only thing that makes sense. Ah, private. Thank you very much for redeeming the gamer stretch there. Well timed. I'm gonna get up, stretch a little bit. Then we're going to come back with a real cozy 16-bit JRPG. I promise this is going to be like great white noise for the whatever you got going on in your background. It's going to be white noise for my brain, that's for sure. Okay, I'll be back in like just a minute.